St. Louis probably isn't the first place most people think of when planning a trip, but for me it checks a lot of boxes. As a fan of beer, Triple D, and history, there's a surprising amount of overlap here that makes the city really appealing. So when our friend Caitlin moved out and invited us to visit, it felt like the perfect excuse to finally make the trip and turn it into a bit of a pilgrimage. Over the next few days, we're hitting 3 restaurants from diners, drive-ins, and dives, sampling local beer, including from the iconic Anheuser-Busch, and exploring some of the city's historical sites along the way. But first, we just landed, so let's go get some food. Alright, we have arrived at our first stop, the Shaved Duck in St. Louis, where Triple D has been, where I'm going to show you the smoked meatloaf. Let's go. You know we had to start with an award-winning barbecue place, but the first thing we ordered was this honey butter topped cornbread cooked in a cast iron skillet.
Corny, bready, buttery. Got a nice crust here at the bottom. There's actual pieces of corn, you can see that. Fluffy on the inside and oh so buttery. Delicious.
The menu covers all the smoked meat classics, but also throws in a few unexpected items for our barbecue spot, like duck confit and what really caught my eye, smoked meatloaf. They've also got 5 house-made sauces ranging from sweet to tangy to smoky, each with increasing heat levels, plus a secret 6th ghost pepper sauce they keep behind the counter.
What do you got?
I have macaroni and cheese, of course, tri-tip, and pulled pork.
What about me? I got some smoked meatloaf.
See how it tastes pure without any sauce. Definitely tastes like meatloaf, like tomato saucy.
It's like just sweet.
You can kind of get that hint of the root beer glaze on there. Slightly sweet in the aftertaste. It's good. If you ever try ghost pepper, it just has a smoky like hug to your mouth, and that's what this is getting.
So great.
What is your favorite combo of sauce and meat?
Oh, that's hard. I just know I really like the sweet and tangy and the mango habanero sauces with all of the meats.
After our first Triple D stop, we called it a night and got some rest before continuing on the next morning. While the girls headed off to bar class, I took the opportunity to grab a coffee and do a little exploring on my own. Now, when I said this trip was a pilgrimage, I was talking about a personal passion for beer, food, and history. But I did take this opportunity to visit an actual spiritual spot. This is the Cathedral Basilica of St. Louis, and even if you're not religious, it's hard not to be impressed by the architecture. The cathedral is famous for its massive mosaic collection and even received a visit from Pope John Paul II in 1999. But impressive as it was, this stop was really just an appetizer for where we were headed next.
How was Pure Bar, guys? Yeah? Where are we going now?
We're going to Dressel's,
Which is?
which is a location where Guy Fieri has eaten. So it's gotta be good.
Okay, so we're here at Dressel's, a restaurant that was actually featured on Triple D back in the day, and Guy got the porchetta Louis, which is local pork roasted with fresh herbs and citrus, St. Louis cheese blend, kale, pepperoncini, and a toasted hoagie. Yeah, if you told me this is pork, I would have to double take. It just reminds me of a cheesesteak. It's an excellent sandwich.
We also got the panko crusted fish tacos and fish chowder, both of which were delicious.
So they also brew their own beer here, and I got something I've never seen before. This is called the O.G. Jones Welsh Pale Ale. It tastes like a thicker, spiced Boddington's. I really like the mouthfeel, I really like the creaminess to it, I really like the hint of spice. Great beer to try.
What's your top 3 favorite things about St. Louis?
I like that it is kind of like a gritty city with a little bit of a chip on its shoulder. I would say that is like the character of St. Louis, because it used to be like a very big, famous city, and now it's not.
Okay.
So I like that. And I like Forest Park. It's like the jewel of the city, and it's really well maintained and beautiful, and I like that all the stuff in it is free. Like the zoo is in Forest Park, it's free, and it's like a really good zoo. The history museum is free, the art museum is free. Gosh, I like, okay, number 3, it's affordable. I like the affordability of this city.
With lunch finished, we made our way downtown toward one of the most recognizable landmarks in the United States, Gateway Arch National Park. Now, it's a bit of an unusual national park. There are no mountains, forests, or hiking trails here. Instead, the park preserves St. Louis's role as the gateway to the west and the westward expansion of the United States.
Touch the butt.
Before heading up the arch, we spent some time exploring the grounds of the old courthouse, which was the site of the famous Dred Scott case, a landmark chapter in American history. One thing that immediately caught my eye downtown was the flag of St. Louis. The blue wavy lines represent the city's position at the confluence of the Mississippi and Missouri rivers, while the golden circle symbolizes the city and the Louisiana Purchase, which Missouri was a part of. The colors recall St. Louis's time under French, Spanish, and American rule. It's a really solid city flag with a ton of symbolism packed in. And with that little history lesson out of the way, it's time to head up top.
All right. Okay, we're going up the arch right now, and it's very claustrophobic in here. It's tight.
Testing everyone's strengths and weaknesses.
We're in like what's it, like Ocean Gate style pond.
Oh gosh.
Why would you say
You can see it. Look. Oh, we're doing the rotation part.
Hey, did that make you feel less claustrophobic?
Yeah,
to
that feels
see
great.
the
Really
Look at that. Look at the view, guys. Wow. You can go ahead. Wow. Whoa. And to the top, that's 630 feet up. You got one side, you have the St. Louis, Missouri side. The other side, you have the Illinois side, which is I'm looking at right now. How do you feel about the arch ride and being up there at the top, Jess?
The ride was fine. Just looking out the window and looking down, just picturing us falling, and it's scaring me.
We're going down now. We were up there for a very short amount of time. Pro tip, don't be car number 8. You're the last ones in, and you're also the first ones out. So try to be car number 1 if you can, or else, otherwise you get gypped. Just kidding, you was still awesome.
After visiting the arch, we made a short walk over to Busch Stadium to catch a Cardinals game and of course, down a couple local brews.
Busch Stadium, Busch Lights. Also, we got
Back in the old days, we had
Budweiser Select, which you can only get in St. Louis.
These beers were a perfect way to wrap up the night and a taste of more to come the next day. The next morning, heavy rain pushed us indoors, so we spent a little time at the Missouri History Museum. I'm usually not much of a museum person, but this one had 2 exhibits that immediately grabbed me. The first was a replica of the Spirit of St. Louis, the plane that completed the first solo non-stop transatlantic flight in 1927. The second featured the 1904 World's Fair held at this very location in St. Louis. It's fascinating to think that before air travel and the internet, events like this were one of the only ways ordinary people could experience cultures from around the world. But of course, some parts of history haven't exactly aged well.
And this depicts the time when over 1,000 people, indigenous people from around the world, were forced to live in an open zoo to kind of showcase indigenous cultures around the world. A 47-acre human zoo that held over 1,000 Filipinos here. Look, Jess, it's us.
Minus the abs.
If there was one stop that truly made this trip feel like a pilgrimage, it was the Anheuser-Busch Brewery. Love Budweiser or not, it is impossible to deny the company's influence on American brewing. What started here in St. Louis grew to one of the most recognizable beer brands in the world and helped shape the beer culture for generations. So naturally, it was one stop we couldn't miss. The brewery offers a range of tours that vary in length and depth, but we opted for the Brewmaster Tour, which sits right in the middle. This 2-hour tour takes you behind the scenes through every step of the brewing process, along with stops at their brewery museum and iconic Clydesdale stables.
Okay, we're here where they do the mash now. It smells amazing. If you haven't smelled mash when they're making beer, if you're doing like home brews at home, it's magical. You got like the aroma of the hops, like citrusy, floral flavor combined with like the sweetness of like fresh baked bread in the air. Oh, delicious. Just the air is delicious. Like, take the tour. Take the tour. Living room right now. It's very loud. That's like the sound of thousands of bottles going through the rinser and the pasteurizer and then the fillers. This is going so fast. Now in the finishing room. It's 36 degrees here. It's freezing cold, but we're about to get the freshest Budweiser you could ever have straight from the kettle here.
He's great. Delicious. Best Budweiser you've ever had?
Didn't want to look like a giddy little child in front of our tour guide, but it was honestly one of the best beers I've ever had. Nothing beats the unparalleled freshness of pouring your own ice-cold Bud straight from the tank without any other flavor contaminants that can arise from the packaging process.
We waited 2 hours for this bad boy.
Well worth the wait.
And on top of all that, our tour ends with an included pint of any of the beers they brew on site, which expands way beyond just Budweiser. We're in the Hill, which is like the Italian neighborhood in St. Louis, going to another Triple D destination called Anthonino's. And they have this dish, which is a staple for St. Louis apparently, is baked ravioli. No, sorry,
Toasted
ravioli.
Toasted ravioli.
Correct.
How we
Ravioli.
reviewed this.
They have all the Anheuser-Busch ones listed under domestic, but they could put it under local. It's literally brewed right here. We
What
were
fools.
just there.
We're gonna get the staple of St. Louis, toasted raviolis, filled with beef, ricotta, pecorino romano, cheese with marinara. We're also going to do a traditional bolognese pasta because we want to see how well they just do, you know, a standard dish. And then we're also gonna get this gabagool pizza, which has garlic butter, mozzarella, Provel, which is a local St. Louis type style cheese, according to Caitlin. Paprika and Volpe Capicola. Look at this.
I'm a silverware heavy gal. What can I say? I will say that this one is more like what I remember the school lunches growing up in Missouri featuring. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, actually.
So it's a Missouri staple.
Yeah, but this is like when toasted ravioli was listed on the school lunches in elementary school. This is more like what we had.
Time to try the bolognese pasta. Delicious. The tomatoes are more on like the tart, like fruity, fresh side than more like robust and stewed down.
Like the salty.
But if you're into that, this is what you should order. It's so gooey and cheesy and like it's kind of like the sauce that you have for mac and cheese. So like the gooey bits of mac and cheese that doesn't stick to the pasta, like that. It's like coated all over this pizza. It's like moving around, it's sliding around on the pizza as I move it. It's good. Okay, so more facts about Provel cheese. Provel is a highly processed smoky cheese blend of cheddar, Swiss, and provolone. Unmelted, it's waxy, but it melts into smooth consistency that retains its shape and doesn't stretch like mozzarella. You can kind of see it. It's kind of like almost Cheese Whiz style gooiness. We're done with our meal here, and I am absolutely stuffed. That was delicious, but it was a ton of cheese. Yeah, I'm ready to go to sleep. Bye.
With a late afternoon flight, we kept our final day pretty relaxed. We headed over to Forest Park, one of the largest urban parks in the country. It's home to many of St. Louis's major cultural institutions, including the Missouri History Museum we visited yesterday, as well as the Zoo and Art Museum. And the best part is that all of them are free to visit.
Do you recognize it from the model?
Whoa, yeah.
Because this is from the World's Fair. And so that's the only building that they built to last at the World's Fair. That was the Palace of Fine Arts, and now it's the Missouri Art Museum.
So finally, after years of searching, we have found St. Louis. This is the patron saint of St. Louis.
Yep, St. Louis is named after King Louis IX of France, who was later canonized as a saint. He was known for living a humble, deeply religious life and even personally serving meals to the poor, earning a reputation as the ideal Christian monarch. We spent the rest of the day wandering through the park, checking out the zoo, and taking in one last slice of St. Louis before it was time for our final stop. On our way to the airport, there was one thing left to do: visit one last local brewery. So we made our way over to Heavy Riff Brewing Company to close out the trip the best way we know how, with a flight of local beer.
So this is Old St. Lou. I think it was a lager. It's not malty. It's not, yeah, it's wet. That's a good way to describe it. It's a wet beer.
That's good.
Vienna lager.
Tastes kind of sweet.
Not as heavy as other Vienna lagers I've had. Not as spiced. Not as dark. If I was blindfolded, I would think it was a lot lighter beer. Okay, next is the NIB, which is a mash, hoppy, hazy session IPA with an aroma and tasting notes similar to that of a pina colada. Pina colada? I didn't even know when I ordered this.
Did you get it? It's Christmas tropical.
This one is good. Yeah, that's the best one so far. And the last one, this is Disco Apocalypse. Juicy, citrusy, hazy IPA with Citra and Mosaic hops.
Like a good place for sandwiches.
This one's also good. It's a bit more body to this one than this one. This one's probably more refreshing, more of like a summer IPA. Wouldn't call any of these beers heavy by any means. So if you're into like lighter beers, like lighter viscosity, more like suited to warmer weather, nothing as heavy, these are the beers for you.
Looking back, St. Louis turned out to be exactly the kind of trip I was hoping for. Between the beer, the Triple D stops, and all the history, it checked just about every box on my list and ended up being a pilgrimage well worth making. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.